morning. Today I will read Genesis chapter 18. Uh, the Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw three men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. Well, he said, "I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord. Do not pass your servant by." Wow, who are those three men? And let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you something to eat, so you can be refreshed and then go on your way, now that you have come to your servant. In a hot weather, hot area, it is very important to a tree, and a shadow of the tree, it's very refreshing. So you can sleep, you can rest. It's very hard to sleep on a sunny day when you have no cover. Let me get you something to eat so you can be refreshed and then go on your way, now that you have come to your servant. How Abraham was very nice to strangers. Very well, they answered. Do as you say. So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. Quick, he said, get this seahs of fine flour and knead it and bake some bread. Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice, tender calf and gave it to a servant, who hurried to prepare it. He then brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared, and set these before them. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. Wow, he was very, very cool with the strangers. I was in Turkey and in 2021. I arrived there by walking, and I met some very welcome people who welcomed me, gave me a tea or a place to one night to sleep, and then to eat. And some people are good, but Abraham was very wow. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. "Where is your wife Sarah?" they asked him. Wow! How they know that her wife is called Sarah and that he is married, that he have a wife? "There in the tent," he said. Wow, maybe Abraham knew that those three men were not usual, or he had a lot of things happened in his life. Then, not just once, God met him. Or an angel or something. Then Lord said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year. And Sarah your wife will have a son." Whoa. Now Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already old and well advanced in years. And Sarah was past the age of childbearing. So Sarah laughed to herself, and she thought, "After I am worn out and my master is old, will I now have this pleasure?" In the last chapter, we saw that Abraham had 99 years and Sarah was maybe, it's a 90, but he 100. But if we analyze, Abraham has just 99 and Sarah may be 89. So yeah, it is very out of it is a miracle needs to happen for them to have a child. Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh, and say, 'Will I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes, you did laugh." Whoa, so as they speak, they know that those three men are not usual. When the men got up to leave, they looked down towards Sodom, and Abraham walked along with them to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on earth will be blessed through him. For I have chosen him so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about for Abraham what he has promised him. Then the Lord said, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin so grievous, that I will go down and see if what they have done is a bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know. The man turned away and went toward Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Then Abraham approached him and said, "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous people in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike. Far be it from you. Will not the judge of all the earth do right?" Abraham is very merciful. The Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Then Abraham spoke up again. "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous is 5 less than 50? Will you destroy the whole city because of 5 people? If I find 45 there," he said, "I will not destroy it." Once again he spoke to him. "What if only 40 are found there?" He said, "For the sake of 40 I will not do it." Then he said, "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak." "What if only 30 can be found there?" he answered. "I will not do it if I find 30 there." Abraham said, "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there?" He said, "For the sake of 20 I will not destroy it." Then he said, "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. What if only 10 can be found there?" He answered, "For the sake of 10 I will not destroy it." When the Lord had finished speaking with Abraham, he left, and Abraham returned home. Whoa, so the Lord came at Abraham. I don't know if one of those 3 men were the Lord, was the Lord himself, the God himself in person, or he was with them and somehow, I don't know. But look at what happened. What happened? He was a very welcome Abraham. Then we see that those people were not usual, were not people, and more than that, were angels, and more than that, when God share his plan with Abraham about the Sodom, that wicked country. Abraham knew the Sodom king. He have met before, and those people that Abraham escaped them, some of them for the other kings when they were fighting, because it was Lot there, his nephew. now we see that God is sharing with him the plan, and we see that he is very merciful, and he tries to avoid what God wants to, the destroying. But we will see what will happen. Even if he made a deal with God, and or God made a deal with Abraham, and for the sake of 10 I will not destroy it. For 10 good people in the whole city, God promised that he will not destroy the city. We will see what will happen, and may the God bless me and protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter 2. If God wants, you will see me in the next chapter 2, and God bless you all. Goodbye.